Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is Saturday, February 10th, so you know what time it is. It's Wax Gaming Weekly Recap time, where we try and go through all the latest updates from this past week, plus anything that's coming up here in the very near future in 10 to 15 minutes to give you all the information that you need. We have a lot of cool updates happening this week, lots of great things, a few things that you may want to keep an eye out. But before we jump into those, let's go ahead through the normal disclaimer. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research, make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off with probably the biggest news that you don't necessarily hear about too often, and that's some actual news from Wax and the Tokenomics upgrade that happened. I'm not going to dive into the details of this, but essentially it's a good change and it's going to help a lot of new players out. What they've done is, you all know what we do, the stake system in order to get CPU and all that fun stuff instead of paying gas fees. They are now getting you the option, if you run out of staking for whatever time period it is, you just don't have enough resources there, they're going to give you the option to go ahead and do, it's like a gas fee. So that has launched, and that's now available, and that's good for new players that aren't exactly sure about the whole staking thing and going through that process. They get something that's familiar if they're working on any of the other blockchains. They get the standards quote unquote gas fee, but you also have the option of going ahead and full staking like we've been doing for years and years on Wax. So it's a nice addition there. They get some familiarity. We still get what we like as far as the no gas fees. Go ahead to their Twitter and check out the Medium article and dive through the details. Again, I'm not going to cover all those details on this. I wanted to just make sure everybody's aware this is a really good update for new players especially, and for existing players that are just keep running out of resources. Next on the list, we have Avalon. They have a big AMA session that's kicking off here today. It says tomorrow, 3 p.m. It's actually Saturday today, 3 p.m. As you all know, I go ahead and I record these on Friday mornings, and then we release them on Saturday mornings. So this is today, Saturday, 3 p.m. There's going to be some big updates. They keep hinting at the updates. I don't know exactly what they are. I have a feeling something related to beta is coming out here soon, plus a ton of other information. Again, it's just some big updates. If you're at all interested in Avalon, you've been playing it, you're interested in playing it, highly encourage you to go ahead to this AMA session that's happening later today. Next on the list, we got a whole bunch of updates from FGL, starting with Machiavellic. Couple of things with Machiavellic. They went ahead and had the plot drop, which was 44 plots, packs on Wax, and they also dropped them on Cardano. We're going to focus on the Wax side. All 44 sold out within like 31 minutes. So that's a great news. And if you're at all interested in packs, I just checked what packs are still available on the secondary market. There's 4. 12 have not been opened total. And there is still one 5 by 5 and one 4 by 4 out there, so you still have a chance of getting the good ones, the really good ones that are out there. In addition to that, there's also a couple events that are coming up here for Machiavellic. First of all, they have the raffle. First of all, they have the airdrop that's happening on Monday. So if you have one of the OG passes, whether it's the gold through the diamond, you're going to go ahead and get your airdrop of the in-game token, the MAC, which is going to be used throughout the time frame. So if you're at all interested in getting that airdrop, you might want to check out the secondary market as soon as possible. Again, not financial advice. In addition to that, they're going to go ahead and have a raffle that's going on the 14th. You need raffle tickets. I gave a bunch of them away at the end of last week, or I should say at the beginning of this week. So you just have to go ahead and submit that. So that's on the 14th. There's a bunch of good prizes from officers to land plots. And then the big day comes where we can go ahead and do the onboarding on the 15th. It's going through the process of rolling the dice for your stats and all that fun stuff. There's not going to be a ton of games available yet, because remember, they're going through the process of rolling out the mini games, which is all going to add up to a big open world game. So that's all happening here in the next few days. That's a lot going on for Machiavellic. In addition, they have Cosmic Clash went ahead this past Monday and kicked off their new season. So that is available if you want to go ahead and jump in there and play. In addition to that, Mecha World has some dice tournaments going on. They did the first one that was on the first. They have some additional ones that are coming up here in the very near future, the 13th, the 23rd, and the 28th. So that's going on from the Mecha World side. And Outlaw Troopers is kicking off their new season, at least the preseason. That's going to kick off here on Monday. Usually that's about a day or two of the preseason. Then they kick off the actual season itself. It just gives you a chance to test out some of the new features so you can go ahead and prepare for those. That is all coming this week. There's a lot for FGL that's kicking off here this week. So I highly encourage you to take a look at the Discord if you're at all interested in FGL and any of their games. Then we have Aphelium. Aphelium, the season is actually ending today at 3 p.m. Once that ends, I'll go ahead and distribute the prizes. You can see the list of prizes here. And then in a week or so, I don't know the exact date off the top of my head. Actually, here it is. Season 3 on March 10th is going to go ahead and kick off where they're going to go through. It's actually going to be a shorter season this time. So there's a lot of details coming with that. I'm actually going to go ahead and be playing that. So we're going to do some videos around it. Like I said, I tested Aphelium out as far as my updated reviews, and I've been enjoying the updates that they've made. So I'm excited for the next season to kick off here so I can really dive into it and try and compete. Then we have some additional updates. Taco, big news here as far as Taco Combs. They are adding, in addition to their rebranding Taco Studio, they are adding missions to Combs. You can go ahead and check out the Discord for all the details. Once it's officially released, I'll go ahead and obviously do a video on it to show you how it all works. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to Novopangea. Couple updates from Novopangea here. First of all, the February events are listed and they are live. In addition to the February events, Nova War in beta is available if you want to go ahead and play that. We've talked about that. I have a full video coming out hopefully in the next week or so on Nova War, kind of telling you the details around that. And then last but not least, anyone that's interested in Nova War, if you have a PFP, a Novopangea PFP, you go ahead and get a discount of $9 off. Just go ahead and reach out to Franklin or Mike or whoever your contact is on Novopangea, and they'll go ahead and give that code. But again, you must have the PFP for Novopangea in order to get that discount. Then we have NFT Battle Miners. Just a couple quick updates here. They have a few things that are coming up here in the near future. Don't know the exact dates yet, but we do know obviously the last season ended. They distributed all the prizes. So if you want anything during that, you should have it already in your wallet. Two big things that are coming up here in the near future. The next season is going to kick off here. I'm guessing, and this is pure guess because I do not know the date yet, in the next week or so. Probably end of next week, maybe would be my guess if I had to guess. And then they have Alchemy coming up here in the near future. Keep an eye on their Discord because they've been releasing a lot of sneak peeks as far as Alchemy goes, and for the new season of Shadow Depths. Some cool things that are coming with that. You can go ahead and get multi-clones, which is pretty neat, and some other things that are going to be kicking off with the new season of Shadow Depths. Then we have Wombat. You can go ahead and their season, as of today, my time, tomorrow when you're watching this, there's 4 days left in the Dungeon Master season. So if you're pushing for anything or any rewards there, you better push hard for the next 4 days. In addition to that, on the 7th, they went ahead and did their normal token burn, which is great. If you're a token holder, liquidity pool holder, or anything like that, when they do these burns, it helps overall strengthen and stabilize the token, which is great to see. And again, they also did a pack drop here on the 5th for the Sprinter set. So you can go ahead and check that out if you're interested in those items. Realm, a quick update from Realm. They do have their final global event that's going on right now. It ends tomorrow, the 11th, and then there's about a week and a half until the season ends. So if you're pushing for a place, again, go ahead and push hard to get the place in Realm that you're pushing for. All right, let's move on to the next one. And I haven't talked about castles in probably about a year, maybe almost a year and a half on the Wax Weekly Recap. The reason I wanted to go ahead and highlight this, they're making some big changes to the game itself. So I do want to highlight that. And the one that really jumps out at me is the thing that they should never have implemented, but that's just my personal opinion, is the wax fees just to really play the game. So I'm happy to see that those are going away. I'm hoping that helps them. I'm hoping it's not too little too late. But that's a big thing. That was a big thing that turned me off from the game, and I no longer played it. Again, personal opinion. And I think it impacted a lot of people's opinion of the game too. So it's really nice to see that going away. Plus, they have some crafting events that are coming up and a number of other changes. You can go ahead and check out their Discord to read or pause the video and take a closer look at this. Take a look at the changes. Warsaken has a big event going on. They have a number of things that are going on through here. The latest one just happened 2 days ago, and then they have the next one. The Qualifier 3 is going to be February 15th. So if you're at all interested in that, go ahead and check out theirs. It again goes through Blue Mint. You notice a theme here. Mecha World had one. Warsaken has one. There's a number of events that are going through Blue Mint. So you might want to check out the Blue Mint website to see if there's anything that you may be interested in. Then we got, in addition to that, we have Zombiecoin has a number of blends that they've added to the game recently. You can check out their white paper for full details on that. And then we have Music Mogul. They actually have an event going on right now. It's the Showdown. That's 1,000 in wax P. There's only a few days left. Remember that this was posted on the 6th, so there's only a few days left in that event. Again, like I've said with all the other ones, if you're pushing for a place, go ahead and push hard for the next few days. Let's go ahead and move on to Pixygon. I think I mentioned this last week, but I wanted to go ahead and mention it again. They went ahead and did a big update. They do a lot of updates, which is awesome. I love to see the continued development. So this has been posted out there. It actually happened on February 2nd. Again, I think I mentioned it last time, but I can't remember, so I wanted to go ahead and mention it again. All the details are in their Discord. Then we have Parsec. They went ahead and launched a new season, did a bunch of updates. It sounds like from their Discord that there's still some adjustments that need to be made, but I'm curious to see if anyone that's playing it, what your thoughts are the new season of Parsec. I decided not to jump in, just got too many other games and things going on right now. So I did not jump into it, but you can go ahead and check out their Discord for all the updates that they've made for this season. Again, down in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts are if you are playing the new season of Parsec. And then we have final confirmation, and I know it looks like a different language on here because it is. This is all in French, so I used Google Translate. Basically, they tried to just do Afterland. Mentioned last week that they confirmed that they are putting the wax version of it secondary, and they're focusing on Web 2. This kind of confirms, or at least alludes to the fact that they may not even be doing the Web 2 version of it anymore. I guess they're running into some issues. Again, I don't speak French, so this is all through Google Translate. But I just wanted to go ahead and mention, if you have Afterland, I wouldn't expect any game anytime soon from them. Again, just based on what they posted here in their Discord. And then last but not least, we have Funko. They went ahead and did a fantastic plastic drop this past week. Unfortunately, it didn't sell out either, and they even had less packs in this one. I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Plastic, so I don't know how big their community is, but just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. I'm really hoping that they have their next series is an awesome one, because I'd love to go ahead and jump into another one of these. It's just a bummer that they have not been able to sell out the last few. Let me know down in the comments below as far as Funko goes and their series that they have. Which one's been your favorite? Mine's been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, essentially the first one that they've released. But I liked a few of the other ones that happened. As Bugs Bunny as Freddy Funko was one of my favorite also. So that is it. As you can see, there are a number of seasons ending this week. There's also some seasons that are going to go ahead and kicking off this week. So as we all know with Wax, there's a number of things that are happening throughout the time frame, so you got to stay on your toes. Let me know if I missed anything as far as any updates from the Wax blockchain. We'll go ahead and do this again next week. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.